We're live.
We're live.
We live. Yes, yes, yes. So hello, greetings and blessings. Sorry about the disruption. Um, I got it
Technical
figured
difficult.
out. Yeah, technical difficulties. We have those every once in a while,
Yeah, yeah,
Um,
yeah.
but we're up and we're running. And so we just wanted to come on today, guys. So come on in and we're gonna share some information with you, give an update. The last time you heard from us, we was on our way to the Philippines
The
for
Philippines.
ministry. Huh?
I said the Philippines.
Yep, we was on our way there for ministry. And so we are back from the Philippines and so we wanted to come in to update you on today, what transpired in the Philippines. How did hubby
Mhm,
take his first mission trip into the
mhm.
trenches? We went into the trenches. So how we just want to give you an update and let hubby share, his thoughts and his perspective on, what he encountered and how he think everything went, and his experience on the mission trip. And so we gonna let hubby go ahead and tell y'all
All
what he
right,
think.
greetings and blessing everyone. I miss my wife, but yeah,
You miss me? Why you miss me?
cause I'm over here in Germany, you in the U.S.
We're separated, guys. We're separated. Me
We
and
got
you are never apart.
really, my goodness.
I love you. I
I
love
gotta
you
do it.
more.
I gotta do it half hard cause you're not here.
Well, I'm there with you in spirit. I'm there with you in spirit. So,
Yeah, that's true.
um,
That's true.
yeah, we're not currently in one household because he had to get back to Germany, and I still have some more assignments to complete before I go back across the water. And so we're in two separate places. And
Hmm.
yeah, we're in two separate places. But we still together in heart, in love
That's right. That's
and
right.
spirit.
Yeah.
And so it's a good thing. And so we enjoyed our time in the Philippines. This is Love Marriage Ministry in Nations. And so this is a journey that we're on in this particular time of our life, to bring, and our heart desire is to bring that balance, within the family, the
Yeah.
foundation within the marriage, with our children, as we travel into the nations. Greetings and blessings. Thank you for coming on, Prophetess Valerie. Let me know that you can hear me. And to bring that balance, into the home, to bring it back to the foundation, where we're able to balance life, we're able to balance as entrepreneurs, or as if you're in ministry, married, or if you're single and you're, in ministry and you have a family, just to bring that balance, back into the household, the foundation of the home. And so, for those of you that have been following us on this journey, actually, this month is 3 years for Mr. Moore,
Oh
right?
wow. Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then next month, it'll be 3 years for me
In
being in
Europe. In
Germany.
Europe.
And so,
Yeah.
um, man, this time has flown by.
Man,
three
don't even
years
seem
has really
like it.
flown. Yes, it has flown by really fast. So this is
Wow.
why we should value the moments and making memories. And so, we traveled to the Philippines. The Philippines was a ministry trip that we took
Yes.
together. It was part of the word prophecy being fulfilled in our life that was given unto us 5 years ago when we was pastoring, and it was during our 2nd-year anniversary that God released that word in our life, that me and my husband, that God was going to grant him his desire, because his desire was, and my desire as well, but his desire was to travel, for us to travel together in nations, doing mission work, ministry work for the kingdom of God. And so last month, it was fulfilled in our life. Last month, that thing birthed out. I mean, we birthed out Love, Marriage, Ministry, and Nations, the group, the YouTube channel, we birthed that out in the 9th month. And so, and then also in the 9th month, we traveled to our first nation together.
That's right. That's right.
And so, he really got a chance to experience, because I love to go into the trenches. I like to go into the areas that most people would not go into. I love it. And, he couldn't believe that I have done this, all these years, but he got a chance to experience it. Huh?
I had to see it for myself.
You had to see it for yourself. And you had a one-on-one encounter as we began to walk up that road with the food, for the children. And, it was, I wish I had that part video, because we was like in the little city area. And then, Bishop said, we're going over here in this area. And I guess hubby thought it was going to look the same. And guys, after we crossed that street and we began to enter into that particular area, what did you feel, Doug, when you first began to walk on that path, holding the food in your hand that you was going to feed the children with? What was your first thought as you entered into that area that we was going into?
I felt overwhelmed a little bit, because I didn't expect it to be like that, because when we was in the city, I thought it was going to be like the city. But once we got to the area, we got to the area, it's like, it was definitely hard to hold the tears back, to see that, and see it face to face, and how it touches you. It touches you in a way that it's unexplainable. How you have to see it for yourself. I mean, because it was also joy as well, because they was excited to see that they was getting, some food. They were getting some love. They was, meeting new people. It was like, oh, it was everything. It was so much at one time. It's like, I didn't want to cry in front of the children, and it was just tears of just looking at how they was living, and the things that they was going through. But they didn't show that. They didn't show no sadness. They didn't show
they
no.
Did.
They was joyful. They was happy. They was like excited.
Had
and
smiles on their faces, and
every day.
Yeah, some of them didn't even have clothing on. They didn't have shoes on, but they still had a smile on their face. Huh? You said what?
I said, and they was happy. They was excited.
They was happy.
And they was like, they was living. They was living. But but it touched my heart so much that I really respect you and honor you, how you go into the trenches like that, because I would have never thought you went into the trenches like that. And from what I know how you are here at the house, to a certain extent, to go into the places like that, I was like, wow, this is the real deal. This is real. And Bishop Noel and his wife, and how they catered to us, they respected us, they showed us. It was like, it wasn't no show, it wasn't no performance. It was real, guys. I mean, it was truly real. And each day I try to hold my tears back, because I want to show them the happiness and the love, and that we caring for them. But it was hard. It was really hard. Then we go into to where they live, and man, it was heartfelt.
And we went from house to house when we began to
Yes.
walk through the village, in the other area that we went, from house to house, and you got a chance to see, how they was living, and, what they deal with and encounter on day to day basis, and so,
It make
it's
you it make you have a different perspective on life. You don't want to
hmm
here in Europe or here in America. You don't want to. My thing now, I want to tell people, don't take anything for granted.
right,
Don't take make spend time with your wife, spend time with your kids, make memories, do things. Don't take things for granted because oh, we good, we got lights, we got water, we got this. I don't want to predict anything. I'm not trying to prophesy anything. The day may come
hmm
when we may see some things that we think we good, we okay, but we need to be
right,
prepared. We need to be truly honest and humble in the relationship with Christ, that you don't take anything for granted. I'm telling you, them
right,
kids, any little bitty thing that we did or said or gave, they really appreciated. They didn't take
yes,
anything for. I, I mean, the smallest thing you can think of, a little toy, and they were
yes.
so happy about that little toy. I mean, like
Even
literally,
the lotion, and remember the lotion and the soap,
yeah, the shampoo,
that you was
the
giving
shampoo,
out.
the lotion,
Yeah.
yeah, they were so
It was the
excited. I mean,
smallest things.
and I think it was just the gesture as well as we was giving it to them. We was telling them we love you and we care. I think that
Mhm.
that was more than the gift that we was given. That they was saying that, portraying that the love that we was giving to them. Showing them how much we care. And one kid came to me one time. He was playing basketball, and it's
Mhm.
and I was going around shaking their hands and everything, and he didn't want to shake my hand. He says, sir, my hands are dirty. I said, I don't care if your hands are dirty. I said, I love you. I said, I'm no
Mhm.
better than anybody else. I'm a human. I'm a regular person. I'm not nobody special. I said, shake my hand. And then I hugged him. And he was like,
Right.
he just looked at me. And
Right.
I told him, I said, this is why we're here to show y'all love, to show you Jesus Christ, that he love you, we love you, Bishop Noel and his wife love you guys,
Yes.
and we are here to show you that you are not alone. God will
Yes.
never leave you, forsake you, and that's why he sent missionaries, he sent people, he sent evangelists, he sent people over here to show you that he still see you, he still hear you.
Mhm.
So, yeah, it touched me. It changed me. I see my wife now. I see her in a different view of because this is my first time. This is my first trip with her, and so now all the other places that she been, hey, this is the real deal. And I know God had grace over her life because that was really in the trenches. I've been in the military, and I haven't experienced nothing like that in the military, not to that extent where we was at in the Philippines. Never seen that,
Mhm.
not even in the deployment I was in. Didn't see
Mhm.
nothing to that extent. And so my hat off to you, my wife. Man, I tell you, I look at you in a different view from what other places that you have been as well that I haven't been, but to see that with you and be there,
Mhm.
it changed my whole life. It never again ever would I take anything for granted and disbelief or doubt or anything that you're doing. And when you say you in the trenches, you are in the trenches for
Yeah.
real. I mean, people, it touched my heart. And my heart is Philippine in the US, and I haven't been to none of the other places yet, but God is going to open them doors up for us to do this and to go to other
Yes.
places, and also
Yes.
in the U.S. as well. And
Yes.
uh, and so I'm excited. I'm just glad everyone is following, everyone is supporting, everyone is praying, and I'm telling you, it changed, it touched me. and God is
Yes.
doing things in my life and changing things in my life and showing me things, and I can't wait till y'all continue to see the works that God is doing in our lives, our family life, my kids,
Right.
man, I'm telling you,
Yes.
wait, y'all gonna see what he doing with our
Yes.
kids.
Even
Y'all
our
gonna see.
children, you know.
We ain't gonna say nothing right now. You'll see that
Right.
in the
Right.
next coming event that God give us, our next mission that he give us. I'm
Yes.
excited.
Yes. Yes. So, you know,
I'm sorry, I
it's
didn't go so long. I didn't mean to go talk so long, but yeah, go ahead.
yeah. So, you know, it's my heart, you know. Um it brings it's such joy when you're walking in, you know, your purpose and the destiny that God has called you to be able to fulfill, you know, what he has placed on the inside of you for, you know, the building of his kingdom. And just looking at the children, even the adults, you know, the adults, the children, even, you know, on that Sunday morning, I believe when I was preaching, you know, God has given unto me a formula, you know, a blueprint in how to orchestrate, you know, his presence. And, you know, not only did my husband did encounter this in the Philippines, in Puerto Rico, when I was there for, you know, preaching for the church anniversary there, you know, the one of the giftings God has given me, and just, you know, not even laying hands on anybody, but just releasing what God has placed on the inside of me to release, and see people fall to their knees, you know, from men to women, you know, just breaking down, crying, and God is healing them in the midst of it. You know, he's removing those things in the midst of what he has given unto me to release through my voice, you know. And so it's just amazing to be able to go into the nations and impact the lives of the people. You know, we was able to feed them, and, you know, this is a place where they eat rice porridge every day. Rice porridge is the meal that they have every day. But while we was there, we was able to give them spaghetti, and some juice. They was able to eat some food, you know, some food, you know. And so just to be able to bless them to that capacity where they're able to have a meal outside of rice porridge every day. And so it was just truly a blessing to be able to pour into the lives of the people there in the Philippines. And, you know, we'll be going back. As much work that we're gonna be doing there, and we will keep you all updated. We're getting some things set up,
We,
some things
we
in place.
yeah, we started a more foundation, and it's coming
More
soon.
foundation in the
Yeah,
Philippines, and
yeah,
it's going to be legal. And you know, God just opened up multiple doors, even with my husband, through the bishop that I've been knowing for several years. And we went in when I first went to the Philippines. And, you know, just the level, we just see how God is orchestrating things, because, you know, you want to go into the government. And so that has been presented to my husband.
yeah.
He's going into the government. You know,
The
I'll be
government.
going with them, but, you know, that's something that has been opened up for him. And I know that God is setting him up. And so
Yeah,
we're just excited about what God is going to do in the midst of, you know, us to continue the work in the Philippines, you know, because it's all about, you know, the souls of the people and impacting lives. And even in our love marriage, we did our first love marriage ministry in nations in the Philippines,
oh wow,
that Sunday
sure,
evening.
sure
And
did.
just
Mhm.
what you have to say about that, Mr. Moore? What did you take from all that God did in the midst of that setting?
Man, before we go to that setting, I want to talk about when we was praying for the youth, and how we started praying for them, and at first they was kind of, not all of them, most of them did come up and wanted prayer, but then after the rest of them was like seeing how they was getting prayer, and they was getting a word, and so many, majority of all of them, you prayed for them, you gave them a hug, and they just broke down. I mean,
Yeah.
they just hug you so tight and just
Even the
cry
little children.
and
Yeah.
cry. Man, they
Mm-hmm.
just, I mean, they're like they were just, they was waiting on God to show up. Like they were just, they was
Mm-hmm.
hungry. They was like praying and waiting for God to just to give them that hug. And through
Mm-hmm.
us, presence of God, hugged them so tight in that, I mean, just from the hug that they just broke down crying, not saying any words, just hugging them,
Yes.
just just praying, just looking at them and hugging them, and they just, I just, the presence of God was there so strong, and
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I'm like, wow, Jesus, this is what Jesus did. That's what he did when he was on the earth. He prayed for
Yes.
the people, and he didn't go to the rich and in the high ranking and all his people. He went to the people that was in need of him.
Yes. Yes.
So
Yes.
yes, that was very touching to see that, and the hunger that they had for Jesus. And they worship, they sing, they read scriptures. They was excited to be there and didn't want to leave. they didn't
No.
want they didn't want to
No.
leave. Yeah. But on the stage of our love, marriage, and ministry thing, I was like, I thought about it. It was the ninth month that all this got launched. Then we in the Philippines on the ninth month. Then we
Mm-hmm.
doing our love, marriage, and ministry in the Philippines, in another nation. And
Yes.
so it was so exciting to do that together with my wife, to be in another nation, to do it. And to me, it just goes back. I look back to like what we started from in Mississippi, and then with Oklahoma, you know,
Right.
and then Germany, and
Yeah.
now we're going to all these nations. Well, my
Yes.
first one was there in the Philippines, but I know God's about to take us to all these other nations. It brought back memories that I don't want to forget where we came from, and
Right.
but I
Right.
want but I want to do everything in order what God is orchestrating for us to do. I don't want to do anything in self. I don't want to take
Mm-hmm.
anything out of what God is calling us to do. I want everything we do it in honor of Him. And so
Yes.
everything that we're doing is what He's calling us to do, and we want to uh, take the honor and honor God at the same time as He calling us to do what we are doing. So we give everything back to Him that He is blessing us with. That we thank Him not for what He do for us, but for who He is
Who he
to
is.
us, to us.
Mm-hmm.
And so, but the love and marriage stage. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to go off until I ain't trying to preach. Just this is a pop up. So we don't supposed to be on here that long on these pop ups either.
Right. But
And
you starting
plus,
to
and
get
plus,
long-winded like me, huh?
and plus, I'm still washing clothes. I gotta finish my clothes in here. Uh, but yeah, it was good to do that with my wife. So very exciting to see this love and marriage ministry taking off like this, and I want to be a bless. We want to be a blessing to those that's following. That we can give nuggets, and 31 years plus together. And that we want to be a blessing, and show people how,
Mhm.
how we can balance this, how we balance this, how we do this, how we do ministry, how we do marriage, how we do family,
Right.
everything. We want to, what God has given us, we want to show how it can be balanced. We're not trying to say that we experts at it, but we just doing what God
Mm-mm.
is calling us to do, and trying to do it the best we can, and bless others as the same way as giving the little nuggets. Because it can be someone that's been married 10 years and may have some kind of nugget that they can give us that we haven't experienced, or maybe
Right.
do it better, and that's what
Mm-hmm.
it's all about, to interact with one another on this platform that God has given us, so we can keep that marriage strong and together, and let nothing come in between to divide it. And so this is what God has given us, 31 years, and plus that we want to make sure that we are doing what God is calling us, that we 31 years and like I said, it ain't been icing and cake, you know what I'm saying? It ain't been ice cream and cake, you know what I'm saying?
No,
So we keep it real. It ain't been
right.
all it, but what God is doing is giving us the experience, the things that we done been through, the things that we are going through, and good and bad, and that we
Yeah,
want to show the people, hey, this is the real deal. You know,
right.
it's 21:45 here at night in Germany. So
And it's 2:45 here in the US. So
yeah, yeah. So we keeping it real. Like I said, I'm washing clothes. I'm trying to bounce. I'm telling 31 years, this woman done showed me how to iron, how to wash, how to cook. I knew how before I met her, but now I know how how to do it,
Mhm.
you know, because she really pushed and showed me how to do it. And sometimes she won't cook and say, well, you better go cook something. And you learn from these experiences, and she taught me. And at this time while I'm by myself, I cooked breakfast the other day.
Mhm.
I cooked a little dinner the other day. I'm washing clothes. You
Wow, Mr. Moore.
Yeah, I learned from the best. You and mama, you and my mama, y'all taught me well, so
Right.
and we still learning. It's always going to be a learning process in a marriage. You never get to a plateau where you there or somewhere. You always going to be learning, and that's why you always got to make sure it's balanced, that you communicate with each other, that
Mhm.
you talk with each other, that you
Mhm.
listen to each other. Don't just hear, but you truly listen to what your spouse is saying to you. Because
I just
she's thousands of miles away from me, and I'm still listening to her how to wash these clothes. So you gotta pay.
right.
You
Yeah.
gotta pay
So,
attention. Go ahead, wife.
something
I'm sorry.
something
Go ahead.
just came to mind, because we look at, people see the glam of, because we're on, Facebook and YouTube, and they see, the glamorous part. Just like I received a phone call a couple of days ago, and I was talking to this person and hadn't talked to him in a while, and and in the midst of it, they were shocked when I said we have warfare. They was like, y'all do, because they see just the journey with Yahweh. They see us taking trips. They see us doing this. They see me and you doing that. And they think that everything is just all smooth, and we ain't encountering anything and all this different things. But we are. We just learn how to navigate through those difficult times that we may have. And like I always state, love is the strongest of all, and long as
Right.
that love is pure, you can conquer all that comes in through the marriage. And one of the things that came to mind was, back in June, Oklahoma had a hailstorm. And so, in the midst of it, the hailstorm messed up. It busted out people windows, car windows, house windows. Roofs had big baseball sized hail in it, holes in it from the hail. Ours, that's the only damage we had, was just the outer portion. We didn't get any windows or anything like that busted out. And I believe because it was something that I put around the house that shielded the house in a certain way. And so, in the midst of that, I was thinking about that, um, we have storms that come through, storms of life that comes through within our marriage. The storm, it comes to erupt, and sometimes things get broken and torn up, and sometimes things come to, it crashes, it falls down to the foundation because of the storms of life. But like I said, long as that foundation is built up and is solid in God, then the storm can make it through anything. Not only that, we had this house built in 2006, and I take care of whatever God placed in my hands. I'm a believer of that. It started from the housing in the military. My husband used to ask me, why are you watering these people grass? I said, because right now I'm the owner. even though, you know, we was staying in it because he was the military, I treated even the housing like it was already mine. So whatever God places in LaWanda's hand, I take care of it to the utmost. And so it's the same way, you know, with this house. We had it built in 2006 and nothing has ever happened to it. Nothing has happened. And it's been what, Doug, 17 years maybe we've been
13,
here.
18.
And so nothing has ever happened, but this hailstorm comes in June, and it put baseball size hail in the roof, you know. And I was kind of like discouraged, you know. I was discouraged from, you know, these things, you know, because that happened. But God said, you know, and I always wanted a black roof. I always wanted a black roof, but my husband was always against it. Like, he didn't want the black roof. He don't. But it looks good. But in the
They
midst of
look
that
good
storm,
now.
yeah,
I like it.
in the midst of that storm coming, and it messed up our roof. Guess what? God fulfilled the desire, even though something came up and messed it up. God fulfilled a desire that I have had for years. I wanted that black roof, and you know what, guys? The storm came and erupted our roof, but look what blessing came out of it. I got my black roof. I was able to get some other things done. The whole outside of the house is getting a makeover. It's getting a makeover. So we can look at even the things that come in to erupt the marriage. You know, storms come in to erupt things in the marriage, to strengthen the marriage. But at the end, something beautiful is going to be made out of that storm. And so only thing we have to do is ride the storm out. You know,
Yeah.
sometimes God take us out of it before it's over, but then it's sometimes in life we got to ride the storm out and then see the outcome after riding it out and God bringing us out of the storm. And so it's the same way with our marriage. You know, we're going to continue to have storms that erupt in our marriage. But the thing is that
Don't
me and
give
my
up.
husband, don't give up. We know each other. I know he loves me. I love him. And so the marriage is built off of love, the love of God. Number one, we got our relationship with God. And then number two, we love each other. And so we know that the storms of life gonna come, you know, but in the midst of it, something beautiful is gonna come out of it if we allow it, if we stay and stand in the test of time of that storm. So I just wanted to say that because, you know, look how many years I've been wanting a black roof, but then this storm comes in 2023 and I was able to get it. I've been wanting it for a couple of years and now I have it. God gave it to me. We want certain things in our marriage, but are we willing to stand that test, stand in the midst of difficult times? And so, you know,
Patiently
this
wait.
is, huh?
I said you just got to wait on the Lord. Be
You got
patient and wait and
patience,
trust God.
patience
Yeah.
and wait.
Don't just give
Yes,
up. Don't give up so easy.
patience and
Don't
wait.
give up so easy. Don't throw in the towel so fast because you run into a little hiccup. You ran into a little issue. That just to make you stronger. If you push through and you press on,
Yeah,
do that storm, you weather that storm out, because the storm ain't gonna last forever. It's gonna end. What storm have you seen that's
right,
still going on? Katrina came through, the storm came through in Louisiana. It didn't last long, but people,
right,
press through and they right back up again. But I'm saying in the marriage though, you
right.
can't just throw in the towel so easily because you don't want to fight. You don't want to go through
Mm-hmm.
this. You don't want to deal with this. Okay? If you don't,
Mm-hmm.
it's gonna be something in your life that you're gonna deal with. You're gonna just keep giving up every
Mm-hmm.
time something come in your life. The storm
Yeah.
is coming. The test is coming. So
Yes.
the trial is coming. But you got to push through it. You got to you.
Yeah.
I'm telling you. I know some people probably never heard me speak like this, but God is doing a new thing in Mr. Moore. I'm telling you.
And
I'm
it's springing forth.
I'm telling you. Telling you, I'm gonna reach
Right.
out. I'm reaching out. I'm gonna reach out to a lot of people once we get this other stuff up running, and
Yeah.
Yes, it's coming, but don't give up so easy through the test, through the trial.
Mhm.
I'm a witness. I'm a believer. I'm telling you, God will see you through it.
Yes.
I'm telling
Yes.
you, everything
Yeah.
on every, He will see you through it. But hey, this
And
will
it's,
pop up. Go ahead,
yeah.
Miss
And
Moore.
so, even in the midst of, being in the Philippines, even things like that make you realize how blessed you are, how
Mhm.
blessed your life is when you encounter going into the trenches like that in other nations and seeing the way other people are living, and they still have a smile on their face, you know. Go
and and
ahead,
and
hubby.
and not just how you are blessed, but how you can be a blessing to others. I was
Mm-hmm.
just so amazed, how a shampoo, a little hotel shampoo and soap and toothpaste that they were
Yeah.
so happy and thankful, we were just excited. But I want to say I thank God that me and my wife that we are able to bless others as well.
Yes.
That God is blessing us and
So
and,
we
and
can be a blessing.
yes,
So we can
yes,
be a blessing. And so it brings us joy to be
yes,
able to give out of what God has given unto us. It's such a joy to be able to pour into other people's lives, in that instance, in that capacity, the way that God has blessed us. So we're gonna continue to be a blessing, and we just want you guys to look out for information. If God has called you to the nations, and you desire to go to the nations, let us know. Inbox us and let us know that you would like to, journey along with us as we
mhm,
journey into other nations, to do the work of the kingdom, to build up other marriages. We was able to impact other marriages while we was there in the
yeah.
Philippines, and
The
and
pastor,
pray for,
the pastor
yeah,
and his wife
another.
at that church.
Yes, to
Mhm.
pray for other pastors and their wives, and it was such an honor that God allowed us, and He has positioned us to pour into other married couples to that capacity, and children and families and single parents. It's not just about married couples. We desire single people to come on too, so that way they can prepare themselves for their husband or for their wife. They'll know what things to when they encounter certain things, how to respond to certain things, and when you're going through certain trials, how did we make it through those trials and tribulations that we made it through within our marriage. So it's just such a great honor that we was able to go into the Philippines and to pour into the lives of the people there and make an impact there, and we're going to continue to make an impact. Like we said, we're starting the More Foundation, and it's going to be legal, and God is taking us into the government, and it's just going to be awesome. It's going to be amazing. We know that God is going to allow us to expand, even over there. And even Bishop told us, out of all the people have come over there, they have never seen anyone to make an impact on the people's lives that we made while we was over there. Even the response from the people, the
Yeah.
healing and the tears, and the repentance. We had souls to come into the kingdom of
Mhm.
God, and he said he has never seen a response like that from the people, from other people that has come into the land like he did with my husband and I. So we just
And that
came
and that
on
lady, the mother of the village,
of the communion.
of
Yes.
the community. Oh man, she
Hmm.
she was very, very touched
Yes. Yes.
about how everything went and how God touched the kids and how they responded and everything. It was awesome,
Yes.
man.
Yes. So we just wanted to come on to give you, we know it had been a moment, but we've been traveling a little bit everywhere, even after we left the Philippines. And so we just wanted to take this moment to come on to give you all an update on Love Marriage Ministry and Nations, and let what transpired while we was in the Philippines. Greetings and blessings unto you as well, Prophetess Valerie, and Yes, Quanika, good to have you on. Jasmine, see you on. Joey, Minister Chiquitha, thank you. Thank you for all that you do. Um,
Yeah.
and those in India and Pakistan, thank you for coming on the broadcast. We really appreciate it. And so if you have any questions or concerns or any information you need on love, marriage, and ministry and nations, you can just inbox me or my
Drop them in the
husband.
box.
Huh?
I said drop it in the box.
Drop it in a box, or you can email love, marriage, ministry, and nations at gmail.com. You can email us as well, and we will get back with you as soon as we can. So this is it for right now. Husband, do you have anything else you'd like to say?
Just a little bit. Just want to say balancing the marriage and ministry is not easy, but it can be done. But it comes with you both trusting each other, communicating with each other, and supporting each other. So when you couples like this and you doing ministry and you marriage and you're not together all the time, uh, definitely communication, and
Right.
talk every night, pray every night with each other, and yes, I just want to put that out there. Balance is definitely the key to keeping the ministry and marriage together and working it out
Right.
so that it flows. So balance.
Well, you hear it, guys. Balance is the key. And so, that's what we're doing. Even if while I'm in the US and he's in Germany, we're still
Watch
balancing,
those.
balancing that time, still talking to each other, calling one another, sending messages throughout the day to let one another know we love you, we thinking about you, praying for you today, hoping you have a blessed day. And so that's the main thing, is to keep one another encouraged and lifted up throughout the day. you know Even our kids, we have a group message thing for our children where we send encouraging words to them, and let them know as well that we love them and we're praying for them. Because how many, the children this generation is going through a whole lot more than what we encountered as when we was their age. And so we need to really cover our children, especially in this day and time. So let's just, send our loved ones, send your husband, your wife, your children a message just to let them know you're thinking about them and you love them, and that you're praying for them. Or is it anything that I can do for you today? That's what it's all about. Just keeping one another covered, keeping the family covered, keeping the marriage covered, keeping the children covered. So as we continue to journey along, because
Yeah, don't get comfortable. Don't get comfortable where you stop saying I love you. You get to so many years in marriage sometime that we have counseled people, and that they got to the point to where they got so comfortable that they wasn't like the beginning. When they first got married, it was always love me, love me, love me, love me. And after a while, you get caught up in the business, and you get caught up in the distractions and other things. This is where you got to make sure you balance things out, because you don't want to get complacent, and say, oh, she know I love her. Oh, I ain't got to say it. No, say it every day, every day. You don't want to take nothing for granted. I'm telling you, the Philippines has touched Mr. Moore life. I'm not taking anything else for granted.
Right.
In Jesus' name.
Yeah, we have to be
I'm sorry.
intentional.
I'm sorry.
Like
Go ahead.
I think I posted that in one of the in the group page today. We have to be intentional. Be
That's right.
intentional about our marriage, our family, our children. We have to be intentional.
And
So,
real. Keep it real.
yeah, and keep it real.
No
Discuss those
facade.
things, you
No
know,
fake.
right. Discuss those things that you think is hard, and to discuss. You know,
to
it's
discuss.
good to put everything on the table, so
Mhm.
each one of us can have a clear understanding. You know, even if it's a struggle that you have, don't be afraid to share your struggles with your spouse. You
Mhm.
know, that's what we're here for, to help one another. So don't be afraid to share your struggles. You know, because
And
we
and
all
when you
deal with
share them
something.
struggles, when you share them struggles, don't belittle the person. Don't get angry or upset because they sharing the
Right.
things that they're dealing with. This is where you're supposed to come in. You help. You help each other. You
Mm-hmm.
pray and you figure out what steps do we need to do to fix
Mm-hmm.
these struggles, over these
Mm-hmm.
struggles, get rid of these struggles. And not coming to you to tell you these struggles so you can get angry and now you're ready to leave. You want to throw in the towel. No, I'm telling you struggles
Mm-hmm.
because I need help. I need your support. I need prayer. I need deliverance. Whatever case may be, don't throw the dart in the person because they're trying to tell you they struggle.
Right.
Lift them up, encourage them, and help
Yes.
them. Pray for them. Show them how. Uh, be there. Don't
Mm-hmm.
throw in the towel because you don't want to deal with something.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
We gonna go, guys, because we'll keep going on and on. Like you said, it's supposed to be a pop-up, and we done. I don't know how long we done been on here, but we done been on here for a good second. And
Yeah.
so
Miss
just
Shakita,
look.
forgive us for this pop up for being so long.
Yeah, so just be encouraged for this day and for the rest of the week, and just look out for when we pop up again. We gonna try to do this more often. Um, than what we have been doing. So just stay tuned for the next nation that we gonna go into. Stay tuned, and have an abundant, blessed day. And because we are the Moors, and we
And we
love
love more.
more. We love you guys.
I got a hard on my phone.
Oh,
I
he's
can't do
only
too
doing a half a heart, guys, because I'm
much. Yeah,
in the US and he's in Germany. So he wants
that's
to
right.
do the half a heart.
Yep. You ain't here, so it's a half a heart until you come back.
And I put my heart with yours, right? Okay.
Yes.
So
Thank
stay tuned, guys. We love you guys, and have a great day. Till
you.
next
Peace.
time. Bye bye.
Bye bye.